Okay. So I've already given you my take on Shikamaru and how I think things are gonna go for him as Hokage. But with the rise of excuse me, scientific ninja tech, feel like it's time we have a conversation of how this is going to affect the flash forward and how bad things are going to get for everybody. Because let's just say, if you think the Shinzu and everything that's happening now is bad, when we get into that ninja tech stuff, it's going to be far, far worse than anything the Osuski or the Shinzu could ever give us. Yeah, let's get it cracked. Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is your Anime Legacy in the Anime Lounge, and once again, it's time to talk about Two Blue Vortex. Now, I've already stated what I think about Shikamaru, but what is the era that Hokage Shikamaru going to live in going forward into Blue Vortex going to look like? Because as I said in my video on Shikamaru being in Hokage, it's like, it's not that Shikamaru is going to be a bad person to be a leader, but his lack of strength and ability to be a deterrent to things is going to catch up to him at some point. And going by the recent spoilers that we have today as I make this video, that time is coming really soon. So what's that era going to look like? Well, we know that most likely there will be more cyborgs. Whether they come through people getting cybernetic augmentation, or they come out of the fact that, Ada and Damon got disposed of in a place where they can be relocated. But let's be real, they can't be the only ones. Somebody else gonna be out there with a model scientific ninja tech beyond Kashi and Kojin that is going to have something to say about Two Blue Vortex about Two Blue Vortex's path going forward. Excuse me. And I also mean Kawaki, and I don't mean Kawaki either. Next up, we got the Shinju. Obviously, the Shinju and Mitsuki are basically going to lead to more genetic manipulation. Now, you can talk about cloning, and yes, there will be some of that too. I personally think that cloning will replace the Edo Tensei, and I'm hoping that we don't get any Kushina clones, because, you know, one of the great things about her is that when we spent that little bit of time we spent with her and the whole Black Panther scenario situation in the spirit realm, you know, that was all time we spent with her, and I think that's the way it should be. You know, death has to mean something, or you run into that problem with that Black Clover has, that people start calling you Disney Clover. But when it comes to genetic manipulation, it's like you're going to start seeing characters with the best traits of one character and another character combined to make more loyal soldiers to villages, or rather to the people who are coming up, because that's where we're going to go next with the rise of the scientific ninja tech. A lot of people will cause instability in the villages because the actual leadership of the shinobi world right now relies mostly on, you know, power and training. But once people start having that, hitting that black market, and start, you know, allowing for black market subterfuge when it comes to scientific ninja weapon technology, as far as in the weapons department, and again with the scientific cybernetics upgrade, people gon', you know, start going toward that. Again, Kawaki does say the age of the ninja is over, so the spread of ninja tech's weapons and, you know, intel is obviously going to lead him down that road. Then we got more of this alien tech, so we probably may even get some new Otsutsuki being resurrected or created by accident, like these Shinju were. Simply because people messing around with stuff that they shouldn't, which is the whole theme of Boruto in general, or I should say one of the core things about science versus hard work and determination. You know, again, politically, the leaders of the village will obviously lose their power because, you know, anybody can become strong at that point. We may even see a feudal lord get taken out. I mean, who knows? I mean, this is the myriad of options and the world that we'll live in. You know, now we got scientific ninja tech. I mean, you know, we had all these contests where, you know, the Shueisha and them are looking for people to draw them new characters and stuff like that. And they already used it in that whole arc with Himawari and Kawaki and the teacher, you know, with the killer ninja assassin personality inside of her. So don't be surprised if you see that when it comes to Blue Vortex and just a whole new cast of characters being introduced to the stage by the use of ninja tech. And that's another thing that we could have going on, especially in the Leaf Village, because these children, let's be real, are impressionable. And the biggest question for people not named Sarada, not named Boruto, and others is who's going to be that person that embraces the way of science over hard work and the land and the will of fire. No, that's another reason ships in Boruto really don't matter, because you don't know where people's allegiances are going to be. Most likely, when it comes to Sarada, unless what I said in my spoiler video happens, where she becomes a Senju, and we can't save people, and she dies like that, most likely she's gonna be on the side of the Wheel of Fire, because she wants to follow in Naruto's footsteps, as she said in chapter 1 of Two Blue Vortex. But what about Samiri? Now, I think a great role for Samiri would be to be that person who's seen the benefits of science and seen the benefits of ninjutsu training, that she be kind of like the balance in between, and would basically side with the Will of Fire, but also not be against science. But who's to say what path she's going to take? But everybody outside Team 10 and Himawari is an open slate. Denki already uses science. So we don't know. We don't know who gonna do what. We just gotta wait and see. Man, when you look at the rise of scientific ninja tech, much like the rest of the world, this could lead to the empowerment of different clans outside the 5 great nations that could become threats to Konoha at some point in the series. Because, all it takes is one person discovering something that you can't stop, and them thinking that they got the right to go out and conquer all, for, folk to go back into that darkness that Naruto, tried so hard to conquer. But we'll just have to sit and wait and see. I mean, overall, as I've said in other videos, Two Blue Vortex and Boruto as a series is in a really good place. I'll give my thoughts on Boruto as a series later. But that's all I have for the time being. If you like anything you heard, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.